Hey everybody, it's day 25 and I'm springing into action. It is, if you follow our religious calendar, at least for us, it's Holy Thursday. Now, Good Friday is tomorrow, Easter Sunday, Easter Monday coming up. So, I'm not a real religious person. I would consider myself more spiritual. But I did have something. I used to live in Santa Fe years ago, and I absolutely loved it. Okay. One of the things I did one year, because, I started going back to church there, and it was a Hispanic church, and the culture was just unbelievable. There was like mariachi singing. It was a place where it was happy, right? It wasn't where sometimes you go to church and it's just this dirge. This was a happy place. And so I had heard about this walk that they do. It's called the Holy I don't know where that little dude's coming from. The Holy Pilgrimage, okay? So it's an annual walk that they do, and there's lots of reasons behind it and the honor behind it. And they stop, well, some people start in Albuquerque, but we were doing from Santa Fe. And they go to the El Santuario de Chamayo. So you know what a pilgrimage is. It's a long walk, and, you're kind of praying for people, or you're hoping for miracles, whatever it is. It's a long walk. So I had kind of watched these people doing it and preparing, and then so one year I decided I was going to do it, and there was one of the ladies from the church that I thought, okay, cool. She does it every year, and she said, sure, come along. This would be great. So the thing is you walk all night, right? So we started. We went to mass, we got our blessing and everything, and then we started. I guess it was probably maybe about 9-ish in the evening that we left, and so you're walking at night. It was beautiful moon. It's kind of chilly, that type of thing. There's people all along the roadway, giving coffee and different things out. And it was very special, very moving. Now, also, I have rheumatoid arthritis. Now, I deal a lot with I deal with a naturopath, and she keeps me in remission most of the time. So I had this flare up. So, it hurt. Every part of my body hurt, but I was bound and determined I was doing this. So I just want to give you a little background, because what I want to sort of mention is on persistence and determination. I was determined I was going to do this, even though I had a lot of pain and everything else was going on. I was being persistent. I didn't have my kids that weekend, so it worked out perfect for me to be able to do this. Although, even though I had this flare up of my RA, right? Not cool. So this is this beautiful little church here in Chamayo, New Mexico. I don't know if any of you know sort of northern New Mexico. It's absolutely gorgeous. Give me a second. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to do something real quick. All right, just had a quick thing I had to do with. Hi, back. Okay, so it's this beautiful little santuario. I mean, there's a ton of history behind about it, but here's kind of the pilgrimage that they talk about, right? So people come from all over, and we were coming in from Santa Fe is down here. So we started down here, like we go through Nambe and Powak. Well, we don't do, we go up this way, all the way through and into here. It's a long walk. I can't remember exactly how long, but it was, does it tell us here what the journey is? Anyways, it's not. So it was just really cool, really moving. So this is kind of an example of where you're walking when you do get off the highway, because it is kind of dangerous, right? They got Santuario walkers. This is in Nambe. A lot of casinos out there. Camel Rock, you've got this beautiful scenery, but at night you don't see it so much. And so you've got all this, seeing people leave water and different things all along for the walkers. But it's just so cool, they keep walkers on there, and not like the Walking Dead walkers, there's nobody dead on there, but they're just kind of strolling through. And some people sing, some people are doing whatever, some people are just very quiet and keeping to themselves. Some people, there's a lot of young kids that go too, and they kind of have more of a party than anything else. But it was this just wonderful, wonderful thing. But again, I was determined to do this, even though I was in pain, and I was persistent. And by the time we got to Chamayo, there's people on horseback too. It's so cool, you get all this. By the time we got there, it was about 5:30 in the morning. So, and it was pretty cold at night, because if you know the desert temperatures, you get highs in the day, and then it's pretty cool at night. And I think this was one of the earlier Easters, so I think we were like in March. So it was cool. Temperature-wise. So yeah, you get into kind of this, I don't know, like Santa Fe's got all these different you can go 10 minutes any different direction in Santa Fe and have different topography. It's just really groovy. Like if you were heading east, you'd be going into more like big timber and different type of scenery. And then these are people coming in. It's just a little wee chapel. People leave all kinds of things there to say their prayers. And this is like the Good Friday, right? So it's really kind of a groovy thing. But I was determined to do it. I did. You have people resting feet. That happens. So you want good walkers when you're doing it. It was about, I guess it was probably 18 miles anyways. It's downtown Santa Fe. It's in the square. So, you know, that was just one of these really neat things that I did. But I was so determined that I was going to do this, right? And I did it. So persistence and determination got me through it, even though it was painful. It was cold. It was tiring because, you know, you try to get sleep during the day, but our natural pattern isn't there, so you're walking all night. The girl I was walking with actually started falling asleep and walking at the same time. I'd never seen anybody walk while asleep. Well, I was in a sleepwalker, but she wasn't sleepwalking. She was falling asleep. She was sleeping while she was walking. Anyways, it's kind of neat. So that's all I want to mention. It's a holiday weekend. Just persistence and determination. If you set your mind to something, you can do it. And, you know, it's going to happen. So I'm going all the way with everything else in my internet businesses. And enough of that. Just persistence and determination. And happy Easter, happy Passover, whatever you're celebrating this holiday weekend. And happy spring, whatever. You know, have it a blessed weekend and just be real and be with your family and love and just do everything that you can. Determination and be persistent. Okay? Peace and out. Peace, love, prosperity. You all have a wonderful weekend. Thanks again.